Modi in Varanasi, is this a manufactured wave or a sign of real change? That's the big question that we are raising. Right at the top, I want to go to Varanasi because National Affairs Editor Bhupendra Chaube has two political guests. That direct question, Bhupen, manufactured wave or real? Nalin Kohli and Ashutosh, go for it there in Varanasi.
Yes, thanks very much, Rajiv. And that's a pertinent question that you're raising at the top of 9 o'clock. What we saw today in Varanasi, where a large number of people came out, was this an expression of support for Mr. Modi, or was this an occasion where the BJP rank and file, the BJP top brass ensured that they had to get people from outside Varanasi? Nalin Kohli and Ashutosh. Nalin from the BJP, Ashutosh representing the Aam Aadmi Party with me. Nalin, straight question. Is this a manufactured wave or a real wave?
Well, I mean, I don't know how do we manufacture people coming out of their houses and
you buy
on
people.
rooftops.
That's
well, yes, yeah, absolutely. And how do you get them on rooftops on their own accord? How do you get them to move enthusiastically and also shout, literally shout out slogans and support enthusiastically? It's not a dead crowd. It's not a crowd that, as we see with, say, Mr. Rahul Gandhi appealing, please stay back and listen to me. This is a crowd that's involved. So it can't be a manufactured crowd. This is exactly what support is. And if so far political parties or others are not willing to recognize this, then probably it's a case of political blindness.
Political blindness? Nalin Kohli, Ashutosh is saying this is a case of political blindness if we were to say that this is a manufactured wave. Now the truth is, and we must state the facts here, that I myself was on the road today and I did see a large number of youngsters coming out and trying to reach out to Mr. Modi. It was frenzy, it was excitement, but it was completely natural. Why should we then not believe what Nalin Kohli is saying?
I think yesterday you were also here, and when Arvind was going to file his nomination, and that's called spontaneity of reaction of the people. And I must tell you that we don't have that kind of resources and the money to get people, but Modi and all of them have. It's not how many people are there.
So you still think sir, that this is a crowd which was outsourced?
It's a completely manufactured.
But then may I say that even the Aam Aadmi Party gets people from outside Varanasi. I mean, you do a rally in Haryana, you get people from Delhi. You do a rally in Varanasi. It's not as if that people hadn't come from other states.
You know how you get people from outside? You need money for that. You need resources for that. You need buses and everything. We don't have that kind of money to get people here. Why? So whole city there was a marshal in the whole city. The school and colleges were shut. The shops were shut. Why this was so?
Why, Nalin? You want to take that question?
Well, I think I'll take
that this was a case where Mr. Modi, in order to make his presence felt, first ensured there was politics of symbolism. He goes around town, puts garlands around statues.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he was also going out just to make the point that, listen, I'm here now.
Well, okay, let me start from the first. Convenient political amnesia cannot really be a way of taking this debate further. When the Aam Aadmi Party's convener, Mr. Kejriwal, first came to Varanasi to declare from the response of the people of Varanasi whether he should contest from here, train loads had come here, and today, we have a different thing. They need to manufacture crowds. They do not have support here. Perhaps if they, today Mr. Kejriwal, I'm told, probably sat at one of the ghats. If there was such spontaneity with what he was doing, perhaps you would have seen larger crowds there. Second, in terms of what you're saying about Mr. Modi, he's talking about the real issues. Price rise, unemployment, economic decline, women's security, farmers' issues.
Mr. Kejriwal says the BJP is responsible for corruption, and that is the real root cause of every issue that Mr. Modi talks about.
Mr. Kejriwal, I think, will eventually need to accept the truth that he is not a factor of this election, he is only a distraction.
He's not a factor? Kejriwal a distraction?
Why he is referring all the time? Why Modi is saying that he's AK-49 in the Pakistani agent? The fact of the matter is Modi is going to lose here badly.
Modi is going to lose here badly.
And I can tell you because I don't know Nalin where he's going, but I am going to the different villages in this area, and I can see there's a surge of support for him. And there are the kind of people. He is saying why Modi and why the BJP is not going to the minority communities, why they are not going to the SC communities, why they are not going to go
let me take one by one. Minority community.
First of all,
4 lakh minority voters in Varanasi. Has Mr. Modi made an attempt to reach out to them?
I'll make 3 comments. One is even ostriches go somewhere when they bury their heads in the sand. So that's not really exactly the way. That's why I referred to it as political blindness. Yeah, okay. No, blindness. Because, when you choose not to see what the facts are and you turn your eye away. Secondly is in terms of, let me finish my point.
Block to you. That's ostrich-like thing.
Finish my point.
Okay,
let me finish my point.
Okay.
You're free to respond,
yes,
Ashutosh.
please go ahead.
So secondly is that why are we not going to the Muslim community? These are accusations. Have we heard anything beyond accusations ever from the Aam Aadmi Party? Secondly, with regard to it, what did Mr. Modi's 2-3 minute, I think it was a comment on ANI, when he spoke about it and said, I'm giving an example. You haven't heard Mr. Modi. If anyone who's trying to communalize this issue, it's actually the Congress party and all their, so-called allies. And the Aam Aadmi party is no exception.
No, but don't you think, the Congress, for instance, today has gone to the Election Commission. Would it not be fair to say that everything that the BJP and Mr. Modi do, they do it timed in such a way so that maximum marketing can be done?
Well,
you release your manifesto on the day when the first phase of polling is taking place. Mr. Modi chooses to go and give an interview to ANI when Uttar Pradesh is in the second phase of polls, just on the day when campaigning is coming to an end. Now today, again polling and Mr. Modi. What's the relationship?
I'll explain to you what the relationship is. The relationship is that Mr. Modi is central to the entire political discourse. Given his popularity, anything and everything he does or does not do is a matter of discourse, and actually most political parties keep themselves politically sustained
So is that,
based
a, sign,
on Mr.
is that
Modi.
a sign of strength or is that a sign of weakness, Ashutosh? That a leader like Mr. Modi has to then decide that he must file his nomination on this day to occupy eyeballs.
See, Bhupen, I have to say two things and you have to give me some time. I just want to ask a question. Jaswant Singh made a statement about Jinnah and he was immediately removed from the party. Lal Krishna Advani made a statement about the Jinnah and he was removed by the party presidentship. Giriraj Singh, he's making blatantly anti-democratic, anti-minority statement. Amit Shah is making anti-democratic and anti-minority statement. They are still in the party. And what Jyotsna Srivastava is saying in Delhi, that take out all the AAP volunteers from the party, and they are still in the party. So somebody is making a blatantly anti-minority
But isn't
statement.
it also true? Isn't it also true that your leader is also trying to reach out specifically to the minority community in Varanasi? Won't that also be looked at as communalism, sir?
Tell me something. What is the crux of BJP and the RSS ideology? With Jaswant making a statement about the Jinnah is immediately removed, and Giriraj Singh is saying that anybody who will vote for the Modi will not vote for the Modi will be thrown out of the Pakistan.
Okay.
Is it no? And Amit Shah is talking about taking revenge. Why they should not be thrown out of the party? Why? I want to ask a question. If Jaswant Singh can be thrown out, Advani can be removed, why not these people from the party?
Well, I mean, I think the first part to this is, and that's why I call it convenient political amnesia. Has ever the Aam Aadmi Party really reflected on the statements that emanate from their august leadership? For example, Mr. Somnath Bharti, was it really an icon of, great decency to say that he would like to spit on Mr. Jaitley?
Why?
One minute, hold on. Why Giriraj Singh? Ashutosh needs to. Is Mr. Jaswant Singh in the present? Come on. What are you talking about, Ashutosh? Wake up. Ashutosh, you need to realize. Ashutosh.
One by one. There's only one mic. There's only one mic.
I just want to say,
we'll speak one by one.
Ashutosh has to realize he's not an anchor anymore. He's in the political discourse. I'll make my point.
Yeah,
you listen to it, and you're free to respond.
Sure.
You really
make your point.
It's not your show anymore.
Make your point.
So I think the point I'm saying is that the Aam Aadmi Party, their whole politics is based only on accusations. It's based on anarchy.
But are you outrightly denying the fact that communalism has no space whatsoever in the BJP campaign?
No. Hold on. I
Suddenly there is Mr. Togadia, who's not Mr. Modi's friend. He comes out of the woodwork and
telling me.
Well, all of us know that.
Then?
But then, ultimately it's a larger Sangh Parivar and suspicions arise.
I'll answer you.
That's the key.
I'll answer you. That this election is on price rise, unemployment, development.
No background, no context of communalism.
No, hold on. What at all? If there is a communal agenda, it really is from the Congress party, and since we are discussing the Aam Aadmi Party, they have no other agenda but to create fear and try to somehow get respectability.
Let me come back to Banaras.
Was not a blatant
Since Mr. Modi, Nalin Kohli's leader, is a candidate from Varanasi, and your leader, Arvind Kejriwal, is a candidate from Varanasi, and I happen to be a citizen of Varanasi. Therefore, let me put it this way.
I'm also born here.
And you're also born here. So therefore, Ashutosh, my point is that in this battle for Varanasi, is this not ultimately just a symbolic fight that Arvind Kejriwal is fighting against Narendra Modi?
On 16th of May, you will see.
What will happen? I asked Arvind Kejriwal yesterday, what will happen if you lose? He says we'll talk on 17th.
See, forget
Elections are the only two possibilities, win or loss.
In 1977, Mrs. Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi both lost from their local borough.
So what happens?
And was Sheila Dikshit also lost?
What happens when a loss takes place? What happens?
I'm telling you.
Will you concede then to Narendra Modi? That's my point.
If Modi loses, then what?
Well, of course. Okay.
Well,
it's a hypothetical question, but let me put that.
Hypothetical questions also need to have some basis. They can't border on the absurd.
So neither of you are willing to take that risk.
What you have seen today.
Right.
What you have seen today. Well, I mean, if Mr. Kejriwal is so popular, you would have seen the same kind of thing what you saw today. I mean, the channels are not lying. You can't be fighting with everyone. You can't be fighting with people who are on the roof out there.
Okay.
You can't be fighting with the fact that the visuals are there. You've been a journalist. You can't be so blind to your...
Both of you seem to be taking this position that since these two roadshows and these two nominations of Arvind Kejriwal on one side and Narendra Modi on the other have taken place precisely in the gap of 1 day, 24 hours, two versions of reality. Which one do you want to take, Raj?